One of the toughest legal areas in workers' compensation is the difference between an employee and an independent contractor. Most of the times, this distinction is not complicated. You're an employee, it's very obvious you're an employee. You work for someone, you get a W-2, or you're an independent contractor, you own your own business, you have your own tools, your own truck, you advertise, you get your own business for yourself. Those are the simple situations. However, there are situations where it's not as clear-cut whether or not you're an independent contractor versus an employee. Often those are times when there's elements of an independent contractor. For example, someone has their own truck or their own tools and does work generally on their own without supervision. However, they're receiving all their business and all their direction from a certain company. In those situations, what you have is power of control over the person by the employer, and that's the most important factor. There are many factors that determine what makes an employer versus what makes an independent contractor. There are many factors that come into play in terms of what makes an employee versus what makes an independent contractor, but the biggest one is power of control. Who's telling you where to work, how to work, and what to do? And when that situation arises, it's very important that we can show that you are actually an employee in order to get you all the workers' compensation benefits that you would be entitled to if you were an employee, which you would not be entitled to if you're considered an independent contractor. And at Plaxen and Adler, we have the legal experience and we know the law very well in this area because it comes down to people getting what they deserve in the situation where they can be considered an independent contractor instead of an employee.